Hello everyone, and welcome to this short and energizing practice. This sequence is designed to help wake up and enliven and refresh our whole self, our whole energy body. So we're going to start seated. I'm sitting on a folded up blanket, so if you'd like to grab something to help you find a more tall and comfortable seat, then do so. And if you want to sit cross-legged, that's great, or sitting any other position that works for your body is more than fine. Either closing your eyes or just keeping your gaze in sort of a soft, fuzzy gaze down towards the ground. Let's take our hands to our belly, and we'll just start with some really deep, clearing, rinsing breaths. So empty out your lungs completely. Get as much air out of your lungs as you can. And then slowly, powerfully start to fill up, breathing in through your nose. Stretching your lungs, breathing in right up to the very, very top, belly and ribcage expand. And then exhale out through your mouth. And empty every bit of breath again, right out down to the very, very bottom. We're going to do that a few more times. So from that emptiness, powerful inhale through your nose. Filling yourself up with fresh air, fresh oxygen, fresh breath. Once you can't fill up anymore, you get to the top, exhale out through your mouth. Use your abdominals a little bit to really press up underneath your lungs. Get every bit of breath out of the bottoms of your lungs. Keep going with that. Those powerful inhales and clearing exhales. And we're starting here to rinse out, to empty out any stale or stagnant or stuck energy or any stale breath that's stuck at the bottoms of your lungs. Take one or two more rounds. Powerful inhale, stretching, breathing, expanding. Clearing, exhale right back down to the bottoms of your lungs. And then once you've finished your last exhale there, let's release the hands, open your eyes, and take your fingertips up to rest just onto the tops of your shoulders. If that hurts your shoulders at all, you can make fists right at your navel and just have your arms down here. So we're going to inhale and rotate towards the left. And exhale, rotate towards the right. So we're keeping a nice tall spine. And we're going to be breathing in and out just through our nose. So inhale left, exhale right. And we're going to pick up the pace here. It's like you're putting yourself into a washing machine and loosening up, again, any stuck or stagnant energy, any tired or fatigued or stressed energy. So inhale and exhale are pretty quick here. We're kind of pumping our breath. It sounds like this. So keep that up, really using momentum to swing yourself from side to side. And if you feel dizzy at all, then keep your eyes just at the front of your mat or out in front of you so that your head isn't rotating. It's just your shoulders and your rib cage that is rotating side to side. Keep it going. Powerful pumps of breath in and out through your nose. Now maybe here you can pick up the pace a little bit. Kind of come almost right up to that uncomfortable edge of speed where you're just at that edge where it's like, ooh, this is getting a little bit challenging. And then try to keep it up. We are helping to wake up our digestive system. We're massaging our liver, our kidneys. We're pumping our breath in and out, oxygenating our blood. Here we go for our last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now slow it down. Come on back through center. Hands release to your thighs. Take an inhale through the nose. Slow breath in. Hold the breath in at the top for just a second. And then nice sweet exhale out through the mouth. Good. Let's release off of our blanket or or anything else that you're sitting on. Come on through to hands and knees. Spread out your hands really strong underneath your shoulders, wrists directly underneath shoulders. And here we'll send our right arm forwards and our left leg straight back. Now extend from fingertips to toes. Inhale, reach. And then exhale like you're pulling on a rubber band. Hug your elbow and your knee together, your forehead in towards your knee, and lift up, belly button towards spine. Inhale to extend out nice and long. And exhale. Pull in, pull, pull, pull in. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, nice strong breath. Reach. And exhale, gather into your center. Last one. Breathing in, powerful breath. And breathing out, clearing exhale. Good. Inhale to expand. Right arm forwards, left leg back. Now take your right hand down to the mat. Tuck your left toes onto the mat behind you, and we'll press back to a 3-legged dog. So send your right leg up and back behind you. Now just pause here. Breathing steady breath in and out through the nose, and then really kick back through your right heel. Extend and stamp your right foot back onto that wall behind you. Inhale right where you are. Exhale, step your right foot forwards between your hands. And if it doesn't get all the way forwards, just give it a little help with your hands there. Crescent lunge, back knee softens to the mat. Inhale, sweep your arms high to the ceiling. And then exhale, just allow your shoulders to soften. Reach up out of the fingertips, maybe a little lift up through the chest, the sternum, the heart, the gaze. Keep those full lungs, full breaths in and out. Now from here, palms pressed together, and we're going to wring ourselves out right away into a little twist. So left elbow hooks to the outside of your right thigh. Nice rotation around, spinning your chest towards your thumbs, your sternum towards your thumbs. And let's take a couple deep breaths in and out. And again, in and clearing breath out. Let's release back up through crescent lunge, arms sweep high, hands to the mat. With your exhale, return to that 3-legged dog, right leg high. And now bend your right knee and stack your right hip open. Inhale, breath. With your exhale, pull right knee forwards to your nose, your forehead, and stack your shoulders over your wrists. Pause here to breathe in. Pause to breathe out. Good. Now send your right foot back to meet your left. We're in plank pose, supported plank if you choose. A little hug of your shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down to your belly. Slow and steady. Legs stretch back behind you, arms back by your sides, palms of your hands flat on the ground. With your inhale, hug your shoulders back, lift your head, your chest, and your shoulders off the ground. Exhale, lengthen and lift up through your feet, legs, and thighs. Now inhale, press up through the backs of your arms, your hands lift up off of the mat. Try to lift everything up a little higher. And then exhale, lower everything to the ground. We'll do that again. Inhale, shoulders gather back, lift up through your chest. Exhale, lengthen and lift the legs. Inhale, press up through backs of the arms. And exhale, everything floats down. Last time, breathing in, chest lifts. Exhale, legs lift. Inhale, fly up through your arms, lift everything a little higher. Exhale, lower to the ground. Now hands by your low ribs, and just take a nice little scooch back to child's pose. Inhale and sighing, exhale into child's pose. Return to hands and knees again. Other side, so left arm extends forwards and right leg extends back. Breathe in and extend from fingertips to toes. Exhale, elbow and knee gather together. Twice more. Inhale, expand. And exhale, gather inwards, gather to center. Breathing in big, huge breath. And exhale. exhale, gather in towards your navel. Now extend left arm forwards, right leg back, and then take your left hand to the ground. Tuck your right toes onto the mat. Behind you, three-legged dog. Left leg is stretching up and back. Now just pause here, let your head hang. Long, strong arms. Press out through the soles of your feet. Get a little bit longer through both of your legs. Take an inhale breath. And then exhale, step left foot forwards between your hands and soften your back knee to the mat. Arms rise up, crescent lunge. Settle into that crescent lunge. Shoulders release. Hips sink forwards and down. Now you're finding that length again. So it's like you're trying to reach up and just tickle the ceiling above you with your fingertips. Taking a little lift up and open through the chest. One more breath in where you are. And then hands press. Let's rotate around, twisting, hooking that right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Now there's a definite wringing action here, wringing out, rinsing out. So you're pressing that right elbow into your left thigh, trying to spiral your sternum around towards your thumbs. Deep, deep breaths here. So that same powerful inhale and cleansing exhale. Breathing right up to the very tops and bottoms of your lungs. Let's release back through center. Arms sweep up into that crescent lunge. Hands to the mat. Return to three-legged dog. Left leg high. Bend the left knee and stack the left hip open on top of the right. So you're pressing your knee and your shin up towards the ceiling. Inhale, breath. And then exhale, left knee pulls to forehead. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Dome up through your lower back. Pause for a breath. A nice powerful breath. And then stretch back to plank pose or supported plank. Take a tiny shrug of your shoulders back. Inhale. Exhale, elbows bend as you lower all the way down with control, all the way down to the ground. Same flow here, so palms flat on the ground. Inhale, shrug your shoulders back and lift the chest. Exhale, lift the legs. Breathe in, fly your arms up, lift a little higher. Exhale to the ground. Inhale, shoulders shrug back, chest lifts. Exhale, lengthen the legs and lift. Breathe in, arms press up, and exhale down. Last one, inhale, chest. Exhale, legs. Inhale, arms, and breathe it out, find the ground. Hands by your low ribs, child's pose. One nice clearing breath. And then come on up to hands and knees, toes tucked, downward facing dog, regular old downward facing dog. You can take a moment there if you'd like, a little sway of the hips from side to side, pedaling your heels. And now we're going to bring our big toe mounds together to touch. So you're kind of gathering your feet in towards each other. And you may want to shorten your downward dog just a tiny bit. So step your feet a couple inches, not a whole lot, just a little bit closer to your hands. So we're going to come into a sort of a cleansing action here, an energizing action in our downward dog. Inhale, pull forward so your shoulders are over top of your wrists, plank pose. And then exhale, bend your knees, let them open out to the sides. And press your hips back towards your heels, almost like a little frog squat, and look forwards. Now we're going to do this with a powerful breath. Inhale forwards. Exhale, strong breath out. Back to that little frog position. So let's pick up the pace here. Breathing in forwards. Exhale back. Inhale forwards. Exhale back. Keep it up. Powerful breath. Strong arms. Strong exhales. 4 more, 3 more, last 2, Last one. Good. Inhale forwards to plank and then regular downward dog. Exhale. You can separate your feet hip width apart again. From here, let's take a little peek up to the top of our mat. You can either walk your feet or step your feet or hop your feet forwards. Coming into our Uttanasana, forward fold. So let's inhale, take a halfway lift. Fingertips press either to your shins or to the ground and really extend forwards out crown of head and sternum bone. Exhale, seal down. Actually try to reach yourself down into that forward fold. Again, inhale, halfway lift. And exhale back into that forward fold. Really trying to reach yourself into that fold. Inhale, sweep up to stand. And exhale, hands to center of chest. All right, take your arms up. You can take a little tiny bend in your elbows if you'd like. Press back through your elbows, your forearms, and we're trying to take this huge opening across the front of our chest and shoulders, expanding open into our lungs, into our breath. So inhale, reach open, and then with a powerful exhale, take your arms back by your sides. You can make little fists, bend your knees slightly and kind of round inwards. Okay? Breathing in again, so opening up the chest, elbows and arms press back, and exhale, round inwards. Last two. Breathe in as much air as you can, and exhale. Get it all out. Last one. Open chest, open shoulders, open lungs, and exhale. Take the fingertips, reach them right up towards the ceiling. Stand tall, reach tall, forward fold with your next exhale. Halfway lift, extending out the spine. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Step back to your plank pose. Now a strong breath into plank. Strong breath out. Feel your core energizing, waking up, supporting the shape. Firm up your thighs. Strengthen through your finger pads. Next breath in, fills you up, and then exhale, chaturanga, bend the elbows. You can lower half or all the way to the ground. Swing forwards into cobra or upward facing dog. Pause as long as you'd like. Fill up into a nice unhurried breath. And then exhale, pull back, downward facing. Right away, let's take the right leg high to the ceiling. Breathe in. Step right foot forwards between hands and breathe out. Warrior one. Spin that back heel to the ground. Sweep the arms up. And again, settle the shoulders. So really press through both feet into the ground and then extend up through the waist, up through the fingertips. Tip the heart, the chest slightly open to the ceiling. One more inhale. And then exhale, release your arms down, interlace them behind your pelvis. Shrug your shoulders back as much as you can. Puff up through your sternum. Breathing nice and deep. And then from here, sliding forwards and down into humble warrior. So you can kind of rest your chest on top of that right thigh. That's a more supported shape. Or slide your right shoulder to the inside of your right knee and let your head tumble down towards the ground. You're pulling your hands slightly away from the back of your pelvis. Keep your feet really alive into the ground. Take one more full round of breath in and out. And then rise back up nice and steady through warrior one. Release the arms skywards. Stretch your front leg, turn your right toes in parallel with the left. And then taking a big forward fold. Wide-legged forward fold. And here we can take our peace fingers, grab a hold of our big toes, or if you prefer to just gently hold onto your ankles, you can do that as well. Breathe in and stretch the arms, the elbows, pull your sternum bone forwards. It's kind of like a halfway lift. exhale, little bend of your elbows out to the sides and tug the top of your head towards the ground. And we're just pausing here for 1 or 2 or 3 steady rounds of breath. Getting ourselves into a little bit of an inversion here. So our head is lower than the level of our heart and our hips. Getting some good blood flow to our brain. A nice release through the neck. And then let's release the big toes. Inhale, we'll sweep all the way back up to stand, reaching fingertips skywards. Warrior 2, turn your right toes to the front of your mat and sink down to that big, strong, expansive warrior shape. Breathe from your fingertips, down to the soles of your feet, and up to the crown of your head. Good, now turn that right palm skywards. Inhale, exalted warrior. Stretch and reach up and back. And then cartwheel hands down to the ground with your exhale. And let's step back to plank pose. Breathe in and exhale, chaturanga. Remember, you can skip this out at any point if you need to. You've got a cobra or an upward dog again. Inhale, cycling through the center. Exhale, take it back, downward dog. Other side, left leg rises. Breathe in and step left foot forwards. Breathe out. Warrior 1. Back heel seals to the mat. Arms stretch skywards and relax the shoulders. Pausing here. Really stabilizing into your feet. Energizing into your feet. And then we'll release again. Arms behind, hands behind, interlace the hands. Take that really firm hug of shoulder blades back. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Puff open through the chest. Inhale. Exhale, taking it down to that humble warrior. Again, maybe resting your left shoulder kind of onto the top of that left thigh. Or again, to take it a little deeper, snuggle your shoulder to the inside of your knee, the inside of your thigh, and let your head drop heavy towards the ground. Really steady your breathing. Keep your feet energized into the ground. And then we'll rise back up through Warrior 1. Stretch your front leg, your left leg. Turn all 10 toes parallel to that left side of your mat. And I'm just going to turn sideways here so I don't give you a good old butt shot. Forward fold over those wide legs. So your Prasarita Padottanasana, wide-legged forward fold. Now option here to again take your toe lock, hold your ankles, or if you're feeling you want a little more stretch through the shoulders, interlace hands behind you again, and you're taking that nice little gentle pull of hands away from the back of your pelvis. Try to shift your weight a little bit forwards into the balls of your feet, the fronts of your feet. And keep the muscles of your thighs firm and engaged. Another deep breath or 2. Shake out your head a little if you need. And then we'll release, rise back up to stand. Big sweep of your arms wide and high. Warrior 2 to the front of your mat. Left toes point forwards. Settle and sink. Strong legs. Really alive through your feet. Expansive. Turn left palm to face skywards. Stretch up and back into reversed warrior. Inhale, breath. And cartwheel the hands down with your exhale. Step to plank pose, last time. Breathe in. Chaturanga if you'd like. Cycling through that flow on your exhale. Little back bend, cobra or upward dog. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Good. Now look forwards. Lift up onto your toes, bend your knees, and then either hop through to your seat or simply cross your ankles and come to sit on your bum. Let's lie all the way down onto our back. Use your hands to help you, or take a nice slow, controlled lower down there. Once you're on your back, squeeze your knees in towards your chest and feel your lower back really connect and seal into the mat. Now keep holding on to your right knee, and then start to extend your left leg away from you. And it can be a little closer to the ground or a little higher towards the ceiling. You decide, as long as you can keep that low back really connected into the mat. Take an inhale breath, and then exhale, lift your head up, your shoulders up off the ground. So really engaging through your core here. Now we're going to breathe in, and now really slowly on your exhale, pedal and switch your legs. Keep pressing that lower back into the ground and squeeze that left knee in. Breathe in. Really slow, exhale, pedal and switch the legs. Now you can keep holding on to the knees here, or if you'd like to, you can support the back of your head. Take a little pressure off of your neck. So with your exhale, again, pedaling and switching the legs. Keep that lower back really sealed into the ground. Exhale, pedal and switch. Keep that going. Big inhales and steady exhales. A few more rounds. Breathing out to switch. Waking up our core, our center. Exhale, switch. Now one more time on each side. Inhale to stay. Exhale to switch. Breathe in and breathe out. And you're probably feeling a bit of heat, maybe a little bit of burn in your core, your belly. That's good. Now hug both knees in. Get tiny, like a little seed. And then release. Soles of your feet together. Knees butterfly open to the sides. Let that go. Now when you're ready, we're going to return to our seats. You can either roll over onto one side and come on up, or take a nice little basketball roll through your spine. Once you come on up to your seat, let's take our left shin underneath, flex that foot so that your knee joint is supported, and either cross your right ankle over top of your left thigh, or most of you will probably want to place your right ankle just in front of your left knee. Now sit up nice and tall. Inhale, stretch fingertips to the ceiling. And exhale, rotate around towards the right. So left fingertips behind you. Not left fingertips, right fingertips. Left hand to the outside of your right thigh. And you're taking a nice rotation around. Get a little ringing out through your spine. Shrug both shoulders back and down away from your ears. Now let's come on back through center. Inhale, arms high, and then exhale, reach forwards and down over top of your legs. Let your head go. Maybe this is an opportunity to flutter out through your lips. Great way to release any tension in your face or in your jaw. Let your belly soften. Maybe a little sway, a shimmy, a release to help you settle in and soften into your hips. Let's come on back up to sit tall. We're going to take our front leg, that's our top leg, the right leg, swing it all the way around back behind us. Hands find the ground. Tricky moves here. Left leg sends back to three-legged dog. Now bend your left knee, stack your left hip open. And the offering here is to find wild thing pose. Left toes find the ground behind you. So we're coming into a bit of a back bend. Or stargazer pose. Right knee and shin onto the mat underneath you. Left leg stretching long. Now, wherever you are, let's cradle the back of the head with your left hand and lean your head back into that left hand, opening up through the chest, opening up through the whole front line of your body. Let's pause for as long as you can, as long as you'd like to really open, energize, and awaken that whole front space. Now let's slowly, mindfully come on back through center. Come on through to your seat again, so either hop your way through to your seat or simply cross your ankles and come on through. So right shin underneath, left shin over top. Again, either flex those feet a little bit, really make sure your knee joints are supported. You can take that left foot just in front of your knee instead of stacked on top. Now inhale, reach arms high, tall spine. Rotate around to the left. Left fingertips behind you, right hand to the outside of your left thigh. Breathe, full deep cleansing breaths, and take a nice little ring out, little spin, twist, rinse. Make sure those shoulders are not way up by your ears, but really heavy down. You've got lots of space between your ears and your shoulders. Back through center, arms rise up. And then tip it forwards over top of both legs. Flutter out through your lips if you'd like. Big sigh. Little soft shimmy. Nice release. Take 1 or 2 more rounds of breath. Soft belly, soft hips. And then come on back up through center. We're going to take that left leg, your top leg or front leg, swing it all the way back around behind you. Hands to the mat. Take your right leg, stretch it back behind you into 3-legged dog. And here we go into that little back bend. So either flipping yourself mindfully around towards your wild thing pose or to stargazer. Stargazer is more supported. Left knee, left shin onto the mat underneath you. Cradle the back of your head with your right hand. Lean your head into that hand and open across the chest. Deep, powerful breaths again right here. Breathe everything in and empty everything out. Slowly return through center. And this time find child's pose. So shift your hips back to your heels and release softly down towards the ground. And we'll close our practice here in child's pose. Release your weight into the ground. Soften your shoulders, soften your hips. Let go of all of your effort. Feel those deep inhales and deep exhales, refreshing, enlivening, and waking up your energy. And then when you're ready, you can slowly come on back up. And we will finish there. So namaste and thank you for tuning in, for practicing. See you next time.